Hey everyone, Sarah here at Three Little Potters, and today I have a kiln opening for you. This first shelf is not going to be much of a surprise if you've seen my other video on Christmas trees. Here is shelf number one. All the little Christmas trees starting to get ready for the Etsy cyber sale, and the glazes look great. They look great. I'm not going to take them all out in front of you, but I will take a few so that you can see what I'm doing here. The glazes are aventurine blue-green, and this is my studio white on the top, and I plan to add some gold detail accents to this. So there's that style, which is the luminary style, and then I also have this style again. Same glaze combo. I think the specific gravity of this glaze looks good. Last year it may have been a little thin. This is a little bit more towards that 150 that I like, and I think the pattern is still showing through, but it's got that good forest green to it. The only one different on this shelf is this, which is pearl white with the aventurine. So a little bit more of a country white on the star here. Yeah, and I plan to add, gold accents to all of these, and that'll be all interesting. Right, Christmas trees have been removed, and they are in this pile of a shelf right here. This is the season where I'm fighting for every square inch of space in this studio. Shelf number 2 has some more interesting things going on. In this kiln, I am testing 3 new clay types. So none of these are going to be on my standard B mix, so I really have no idea what the results are going to be. I'm sort of listening for pinging as we go because I'm just not sure what exactly might happen. This is sunrise over white, and sorry, I'm hesitating. Okay, this is Dark Star clay. I'm not used to any of these clays. So Kentucky Mudworks Dark Star. I am looking for pinholes. I'm not seeing. It looks pretty good. Looks pretty nice and drippy. Like that thicker edge. It looks like the studio white plays well with the Dark Star. I don't see any bloating. That's the other thing to watch out with some of these speckled clays. Don't hear anything on this one. I think this one's good. All right. This again is that Dark Star clay. Oh, this came out interesting. So this was midnight first, and then, sorry, not midnight, night glaze first. That's a glaze that I mix, and then I did strips of running hot chowder, and then I did chun plum. So I am surprised to see this being blue. I was expecting certainly more pink, but I think you can see kind of right here a little line of the pink, so that's interesting. Yeah, I'm super happy with the way that one looks. That's better than expected. This is the Roo Stoneware, and this is with Raspberry Mist and Studio White. I'm seeing it behaving pretty well. I'm also looking for really rough rims. That's a problem I've had with certain stonewares before, where I really don't love the way the rim feels. So this seems pretty good. Okay, here's this one. This is the Cordovan Birch combo, Mayco's Cordovan and Birch, and that looks like it's on the Roo as well. Some really, really pretty spots on this one when you're looking at it close. Emerald green over white on Roo Stoneware. Yeah, it's not too bad. I didn't love the Roo to work with as much as I like the dark stoneware, but I do like this sort of buttery look to it, and I like the how it's going a little bit darker there. So I've left most of these with the some of the stoneware body exposed so that you can see it. This is again Dark Star, Studio White, and Floating Blue. A couple little pinholes on the outside here. It's always a thing, those flecks, right? Off gassing while you're firing and whether or not you can get your melt to sort of cover them over. But I think that that's pretty. I went with Studio White as a base to most of these glazes on this kind of clay because I know how temperamental the clay can be. And Studio White is one of those glazes that can really help keep it sort of balanced so that you don't have a lot of loss. Cordovan and Birch. This is over Dark Star. Again, I'm not seeing huge color changes from normal on those. I think they both look great. And this is a different one though. This is Cordovan and Birch on Brown Bear. My first time using the Brown Bear, and that rim is smooth. So my hope was to find a dark clay that had less grog in it. I love standard 266, but I do not love how the rim sometimes feels. So this, yeah, this Brown Bear clay is gorge. No, that feels really good. Okay, that's a win for me. I'll see if they have more of that at the clay store for sure. Ooh, this is pretty. Now if I can remember what I did here. So this was Studio White at first. This is on Dark Star, and oddly enough, it's emerald, but I did a very, very small strip of emerald green on this. And then I did snow, dirty snow, in a larger strip here. And that just turned it this really pretty color. It's kind of a slate-ish blue-green. I do like the shape of this too. Roo Stoneware. This is my normal night floating blue. And this one has running hot chowder on it rather than the snow. I do see some flaw here. I'm specifically interested in how that Roo Stoneware is going to work with the Hansen glazes because I use a lot of Hansen glazes. So Raspberry Mist over Studio White on Brown Bear. I believe this is Raspberry Mist over Roo. It looks like shallot to me, but I'm pretty sure I didn't open my container of shallot. So yeah, slightly different results than normal. Yeah, the roux has a little bit of texture that you can feel, but it's not overly speckly. I think it's definitely a pretty toasted look. This just seemed to eat the color of the glaze. And it ran, so that was on Brown Bear. Obviously it was black and blue and whatever it is, it didn't show up much and it ran all over my shelf. Dark Star, that same combo. Giving a little bit more. Well, that's pretty with the roux. White, floating blue, and snow. I am feeling the slight bit of texture on the rim, and I don't love that about the roux. I don't know if it'll be a deal breaker for me or not. It might be. I'm seeing a few just miscellaneous outside only, but a couple little faults there, and I think they look like largely from the clay off gassing This was just a refire. I put some raspberry mist on this cup. It's gone a little bit dark, autumn purple here. Too many refires. But yeah, just trying to fill in a few bare spots on the inside. Sunrise over, I'm sorry, it's not sunrise, it's desert sunset over white on the Roo Stoneware. That's Laguna Desert Sunset. I do love that glaze. Okay. This one stuck to the kiln shelf a little bit. Chun seafoam overnight with a little bit of running hot chowder. Apparently a little too much running hot chowder. I will be able to grind that down, but noted. Ooh, that's kind of a nice, yeah, brown bear, emerald green over white. With clays this dark, I will often do a layer of white before whatever colored glaze I'm doing because it can be so dark. Well, I'm just looking at that in the light. It's love this dark rim variation. Did I do two with raspberry mist and brown bear? I must have. Another stray tree. There's going to be a lot of them. Okay, and there's going to be a lot of ring dishes coming up. Cordovan and birch, a little heavy on the light flux there. A little bit of chun plum running hot chowder overnight. Interesting. Brown bear, floating blue, and running hot chowder. This was largely eaten by the glaze. Yeah, it's brown bear and something that once was a tiny bit blue. I honestly think it was June purple with white, but I'm not sure how it went quite so dark. White, studio blue and snow. A little bit of storm, a little bit of studio white. I'm sorry, I'm saying this wrong. This is storm, the mixed glaze, floating blue, the mixed glaze, and dirty snow on the inside. Chun seafoam over white on Roo, and I did a little bit of a wax band on this one, just so that you could kind of get that beachy feel, wave meeting the sand. I do like that color combo for that. I think that the Roo Stoneware has a good beach feel to it. Brown bear clay, and this is Laguna Desert Sunset over it. Can see some flaws there. That'll be a second. So when I'm testing a new clay, I definitely try to hit some glazes with each of the major brands, and then I also try to hit some of my favorite combos to see how they would react. Night, floating blue, and dirty snow. June purple, chun seafoam, Lynette opal. I don't know if it's the brown bear causing it or my application, but I'm definitely getting some running here. This floating blue and storm on the dark clay. It really looks like it ate all of the color from the storm. So that one would need more of a white underlay. The Roo with the night and floating blue combo. That looks good. It doesn't look like it's absorbing too much of the color. Chun seafoam RHC. It looks like my B-mix clay, but I didn't think that I did one in that. I guess I must have. I guess I must have done a one soy dish when I was making some of these other small dishes. So this was a real surprise to me that Chun Plum with RHC definitely does a pink blue thing. I didn't realize that Chun Plum had any cobalt in the glaze, but it must have a tiny bit too. But definitely, I really, really like that result, and that's great because I've had a bottle of Chun Plum forever that I would love to use up. All right, shelf 3, and some more interesting results here. All in all, I am not seeing as many problems as I expected with these new clays. These are, all experiments. And when you're doing all experiments, you expect a certain rate of failure, but that brown bear clay is giving, man. Yeah, that's great. Okay. That is variegated Dove Gray with a dip of strontium gloss on this one. I that rim is just so pretty. Okay. This is over Dark Star Clay. I went extra thick on the glaze here, and I do love it. I was worried about the off-gassing and it not healing over, but it completely healed over. This is Strontium Gloss and Dove Gray. Love this hint of the speckling right around that spiral in the center. That looks really pretty. Sunrise. That's over Dark Star. That one is perfect. I wonder if this shelf is a little warmer. I'm seeing less flaws here. Maybe I need just a slightly hotter temperature on that. Chan Seafoam white over Roo Stoneware. I was really looking for some blue greens to go with that Roo. Okay, so here we have, you can see some of the Chan Seafoam by itself over that Roo, and it's definitely pinholing. So this one will go in for another fire. Where it was over the studio white, I'm seeing less of that pinholing. I do have one small spot of crawl there too, so that I will put in my refire section. Ooh. All right, brown bear is the winner for me, guys. I'm gonna do a review video on some of these, but just looking at the way they behave, the color, I'm gonna go out and buy myself a couple 100 pounds of brown bear if they have it, and I will get over everything turning this color, all my sponges, because that is awesome. Yep, Chun Seafoam with Dark Star. Wow. What is that? That is an unhappy cup, is what that is. Oh, Dark Star Clay, and that is June Purple as a base. And I think I thought I was probably doing something good. I think I did running hot chowder, and yuck. Okay, not those two together. Dark Star with variegated Dove Gray, and then Midnight here. Surprised to see Midnight going this sort of smoky brown color. I don't hate that, but it's definitely not quite what I expected. Oh, this brown bear clay. Love it. Rim is smooth. Drips look nice. It's sunrise and white on brown bear clay. Tiger's eye over the Roo Stoneware. These spectrum glazes seem to be working phenomenally well with the stoneware. I'm not seeing much of any problem with those ones. What the? This is all over my kiln shelf. Oh yeah, and like I stopped way up here. You can see where I stopped. Gosh, was I that heavy-handed with my glazes? Maybe. I believe this is Storm and Floating Blue and Dirty Snow. And I guess that Dirty Snow, I watered it down. Maybe this was the first one I did where it was a little thick. And then I was like, oh, that's going on a little thick. Maybe I'll do that a little lighter. Okay. Same combo, I believe, as this, only on Brown Bear. That stayed put there. Sunrise on Roo over white. Tiger's Eye over Brown Bear. And that's the Spectrum Tiger's Eye. I could not love this clay anymore. Okay. All right, let's clean. Creating a dangerous situation, piling things on my kiln shelf edge here so I can keep talking. Dark Star, Chun Seafoam, Storm, little bit of RHC. Oh, that's pretty. That's the Roo Stoneware with June Purple and a little bit of Floating Blue, and I think Lynette Opal. Lynette Opal seems to do better than RHC on some of these stonewares. Roo, Storm, and Jen's Juicy Fruit. And Jen's Juicy Fruit seems like it wants to pinhole a little bit on it. Boy, but isn't that edge pretty? The green of that's coming through. It's really, really pretty. Okay, this needed something more to bring out the color, I think. I believe this is Rising Sun Chang. This has got something on it. What happened there? Oh, I know what it is. My kiln posts are really, really dirty. As you can see here, I need to either grind them or buy new. And my shelf had stuck to it and I just couldn't rock it back and forth off. And the teensiest little teeny mark on that one from where the kiln support hit it. Sunrise over white on B mix. And this is sunrise over white on the Roo. And sunrise over white on the Brown Bear. These will probably be in another comparison video. Another one of my, whew, just made it on that one. Yeah. Well, lucky on that one. Again, Chun Seafoam, I must have been feeling very strongly about that combo and not realizing how many times I did it. Roo Stoneware with Variegated Dove and Midnight on the top. I like this. I like it better on the Brown Bear and I like it better on my B mix as far as the different combos go. Strontium Gloss, Variegated Dove on B mix. Same combo on Roo. The Roo one has a slight flaw-ish, maybe. Fire Brick over Lynette Opal, and this is a thicker coat of Lynette Opal to see if it compared better to the Honey Flux. Sort of a retest for me on that other video that I did. I will say with the Brown Bear, I did have an abnormally large amount of them that were prone to cracking on the bottom. So I think this bottom was a little bit thick, and I did know that this was cracked from the bisque before I even put it into the glaze load, but because I'm doing, these as more of glaze testers, I'll usually throw those in anyway. And this, I believe, is Tiger's Eye, but a little bit of sunrise on the brush when I did it. So I think Brown Bear is possibly one of those that you need to watch your thickness in your pot and make sure that they're very even, because it's not going to be very forgiving. Just a little bit of marbled clay I had. I felt like my lugs when I was trimming were still wet enough, so I kind of mushed them together into another pot so that I would have zero waste. And that was Rising Sun on that recycled pot. Unexpected. This is B-Mix, and that is pearl white as a base, and I put black satin over. Was hoping for a tuxedo effect. Ended up with just really black satin. Chun Seafoam over white on B-Mix. Dove Gray and a little bit of Midnight on Brown Bear. Really loving that for bringing out the texture. I think some Brown Bear with maybe a print on it with that variegated Dove Gray could do something really nice. Chun Seafoam over Pearl White, I believe, on Brown Bear. And this is Rising Sun on B-Mix 5. Shelf here, some Christmas trees and some more tests. Wow. Yeah, that's given. Brown Bear and Rising Sun Chang. If you're not familiar with that glaze, it is one that ChatGPT formulated maybe 3 years ago now. One of the glazy people entered in a bunch of formulas and had new glazes created by AI. And so this is an AI glaze. And I'm going to show you this really quick because this is the glaze on white clay and this is the glaze on a dark clay. So it's really, really different. I am using a little bit of Lynette Opal as a modifier here, but yeah, this is that Brown Bear clay, and I think I found my dark clay, guys. This is pretty exciting for me. Finally, a dark clay that I can love. This is Roo with Studio White and the variegated Dove Gray on top of the Studio White, just a rim dip here. That looks pretty. Fire Brick over Honey Flux on the Dark Star. I believe that's Dark Star. Yes, because that's Roo. So these are the clay bodies compared. So Amaco's Honey Flux and Amaco's Fire Brick Red. On both of these, I think looking a little more interesting on the Roo Stoneware for some reason. I don't know if that's an application or... And I think I have it on Brown Bear as well. Yes, okay. This is Honey Flux and Fire Brick Red over the Brown Bear. So very pretty still, just different. I may like that combo the best on B-Mix. I'll show you a couple of my little trees. I do these as sort of part of the forest, so you can have the luminaries and then the larger trees. And all of these, usually I paint like a little gold on the top here. So that I will work on later today, maybe. Black satin over the pearl white, and that really did not do what I was thinking it would do. I don't think the black satin has enough melt to really cover in those pinholes either. I'm probably going to try to fix this one with maybe Shipwreck. I think Mayco's Shipwreck will solve that problem. Roo Stoneware, Strontium Gloss, and Dove Gray. do you think about that roux? I've already ordered some more of it, so I'm going to be stuck with it now, but maybe not my favorite. Strontium gloss, dove gray over the brown bear. Love that breaking on the room. Rising sun, linnet opal on the dark star. Again, a few off-gassing marks here on the outside. Inside looks good. So wondering if the inside got hotter. Did I say Roo? I meant dark star. And this is Roo. This is the same combinations. No pinholes on the Roo, some definitely on the dark star. Outside only though, so I could sell those just as seconds, which I may do. Roo, strontium gloss, dove gray. That's pretty. And that's over white. So this is the Roo Stoneware white first, then strontium gloss, then a teeny bit of dove on the top edge. So same glaze combo with white underneath here. Brown bear with rising sunshine. Love these rims on the brown bear. Definitely love that. Strontium gloss and dove gray on brown bear. So same combo, different glazes. I mean, different clays. A few more. Color has been eaten. This was, I believe, Charles Titanium with June Purple, which is kind of a surprising result for me. So Studio White, Strontium Gloss, and Dove Gray. These were the Charles Titanium with June Purple. June Purple, not really loving the Roo. It's okay here though, but not behaving that well with that. Oh, I'm sorry. Wow, that is interesting. This is the dark star clay. And this is the Roo. And why did my clay body get so brown right here? It's almost like it's reacting to like the chrome on the Christmas trees around it. You can see here that it's really white on one side and gone browner on the other. Yeah, maybe it just got really hot in that part of the kiln. I mean, like those are definitely really different colors. And just a lot more Christmas trees down there. Yeah, thanks for watching. I know I was probably pretty introspective during this kiln opening, but you know, with this many numerous tests, you're kind of learning as you go, figuring out what you like, figuring out what you want more of, and just, you know, all the calculations of why a glaze works with one clay but not another. It's pretty fascinating. It's definitely, I think, one of the fun parts of pottery for me is the surprise of opening a kiln and finding what happened. And, you know, I think that's why, even though it's the Christmas season and I should be doing the tried and true favorites to maximize my profits, I am still, you know, really interested in trying new glazes, new clays, and, you know, just having fun with it. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me. Have a good day, everyone.